Okay, so here we are in the world of vintage, years of collecting.
Yeah, this is an amazing place.
This is a really fun place to hang out. We come here all the time, spend hours and hours here into the wee hours of the night.
Proper library.
I'm Jill Stuart, fashion designer. We're in my Soho store in New York City. I accumulated most of my vintage collection starting at a very early age. My first vintage show was when I was 15 years old. I was always fascinated with vintage clothing. So I collect 1920s and 30s floral chiffon dresses. They're really inspiring. I also have a passion for the whites, the Victorian whites. I think they're really beautiful. I love the artisan quality. I've been collecting them for a really long time. This is a great dress, 1950s style. I found this upstate New York. It doesn't have a designer label. The clothing is all hand-picked and selected by me. Each season I select the clothing to correspond with the collection that's upstairs so that girls that have their own individual and personal style can mix it together, and they could buy some pieces from the collection and some pieces from vintage and mix it and make it their own personal style. So these are my treasures. My archive of my favorite, most coveted pieces that I've been collecting, and I keep hidden away here in my closet, in my office. These little boots are really precious. It takes me back in time, you know? I think about who wore these and where was she going and what was she doing, and I know she had a lot of fun in these shoes. Where was she going? Who was she dancing with? And sometimes they're like so gently frayed. They're like almost, you know, falling apart, but that's the beauty of them. And they're custom made, they're one of a kind, you know, which is so wonderful. That's what the wonderful thing about vintage, it's one of a kind. Like when you wear vintage, you can be sure no one else is going to be wearing what you're wearing.
She needs to be classic. I wouldn't say girly, but femininity is very important. My name is Carolina. I am senior designer at Jill Stuart. So this is our collection of shoes. My favorites are these ones with the lips. This is one of the starting points. It's like a snakeskin shoe that we found, and then I taped it with a fluorescent pink tape that we had in the office. It turned out to become something like this. So this one's one of my favorites as well. The tape was just randomly in the office, so, and then that kind of sparked off the idea of having half the heel. So yeah, we did like another heel tip with gold and glitter. Oh yeah, this I love as well. We wear quite a lot of second-hand references. So this, we really like the softness of the quilting. You can't really tell that it's quilted until you actually touch it and come closer to it. So these ones were the references for these two dresses as well. I don't know, it's maybe hard to tell that it comes from that, but the whole essence and the spirit of it comes from this top. And then the actual print is with faces and some flowers instead. So this is what it turned out to be. So it kind of captures the essence and the prettiness of this. I think it's Japanese. It's like Japanese print. I love the border. So when you cut this, this is becoming the border in the center.
And remembering where I found each piece, and in the middle of the night somewhere in some yard sale somewhere, some flea market, digging through piles, just like being so excited.
Sometimes it's almost more about the actual finding.
It is.
That you find it.
You actually getting high when you find something, you know. It's like so exciting.